Hey guys, it's ToProForuGames or Adam. Welcome to my Gorod Krovi 1 to 20 survival guide here in Black Ops 3 Zombies. What I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be helping you guys get set up on this map here in the first 20 rounds. I'm going to show you what to do in what specific order and what perks to buy first, what weapons to get. All of that stuff will be in this video, a step-by-step process. So after watching this video, you guys know exactly what to do. And also, I'll be showing you around the map as well. One thing before we get into the video, guys, I would really appreciate it if you left the video a thumbs up. A lot of time went into this guide. And also, if you like this map and you want tons of videos on Gorod Krovi, make sure to subscribe. But other than that, let's get into our guide. So for rounds 1 to 5, we're going to keep things very simple. We're going to spend the first 5 rounds in the starting room. This is something that I usually don't do for my survival guides, but here on Gorod Krovi, guys, it's a bit of a different story because on this map there is something called time trials. When you complete these time trials, you get special melee weapons. We're specifically going after one, and in order to get that one melee weapon, what we have to do is we have to complete 5 rounds in under 5 minutes. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because I love having a melee weapon in the first 10 rounds because it gives you so many points. And the thing is, when you complete this time trial, you can get a wrench, and this wrench costs 100 points, and it does the same amount of damage as the Bowie knife, and the Bowie knife costs 3,000 points. So it's much better to do this because we can go ahead and open up a lot more doors and buy perks instead of spending that money on the Bowie knife. So in order to survive these first 5 rounds, it's really easy. Anybody can do it. What I recommend you do is buy the RK5 off the wall in the starting room, which is just 500 points, and just run around and kill zombies as fast as you can, as they're spawning in, as they're climbing through the windows onto the map. Just kill them as fast as you can. And if you're playing solo, and this guide, guys, it's more geared towards solo. It can be used in co-op, but just keep that in mind. But if you're playing solo, you'll have absolutely no problem getting these rounds done in 5 minutes if you're running around with the RK5. Also, before we leave the starting room, make sure to get Quick Revive as well. And once we complete our trial, we can move on to the next segment of the video, which is rounds 5 to 10. So for rounds 5 to 10, you guys can go ahead and start off by just following exactly where I'm going here. Right now, we're going to go pick up the wrench, but for this segment, we're going to have a primary focus, all right? There's something that we have to get done from rounds 5 to 10, and there's the wrench for 100 points. This is going to be our primary weapon for these rounds right here, and then after that, we're going to have to get a different weapon because this is a one-shot until the end of round 10, so I think 11, it becomes a 2-shot, and now we're just going to go and turn the power on. But our primary focus for rounds 5 to 10 is to complete the Dragon Network Controller. Now, if you're wondering what that is, those are those pods that drop down from the sky, and that's how we're going to get to Pack-a-Punch, because there's a lot to do at the Pack-a-Punch, a lot of things to do, but that's going to be for, you know, rounds 10 to 15 and 15 to 20. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on getting that done in these 5 rounds. Before we start buying perks or even start collecting parts for the Dragon Network Controller, what we want to do is we want to craft the shield because it's so easy to do that early on here. So we're going to go ahead and do that right away. Now, I'm not going to go into crazy detail and tell you guys exactly where every single part can spawn, and I'll have a video in the description where I go into crazy detail and I can show you every single part and where it spawns. So go check that video out if you need help with the shield. But for now, all we're going to do is we're going to go around the map and just get the shield crafted. There's kind of one in the jug area, and then there's one by stamina, and then there's going to be one by bridge. If you know those locations, you should have no problem collecting it. But again, if you need help with the shield part locations, go into the description, watch that, and then come back and watch the rest of this video. So now that we have our shield, and you should buy Jug as well, we're going to focus on getting this Dragon Controller done. Now, to get this done, what will happen is once you turn the power on, these cylinders will begin to drop, okay? They're these code cylinders, and they go into a computer in each part of the map. Now, they are all different colors. There's blue, yellow, and red. They will always drop in that order. The blue one goes into the computer at Dragon Control, yellow goes to the supply depot or where Speed Cola is, and then the red one goes to the tank factory or where Double Tap 2.0 is, okay? So once you get one of these cylinders, you cannot get another one. So when you get one, go ahead, put it into the computer, run outside, look up, and you will see a green light, and run to that specific section of the map. Now, when you're doing this, make sure you have some points just in case you need to open up some doors, just in case that section is blocked off. And if you fail it, you have to defend this area, right? If you fail it, it's okay. You know, the next color will drop, and you just have to wait until you kind of get those two done, and you go back and do the one you failed again. All right, so overall, guys, it's relatively simple. With the wrench, be a little careful because, you know, there's a lot of zombies in a small area. If you want to go to the box, you can as well. And like I said, guys, just get perks and things like that whenever you can. We're not really focusing on getting perks. We're focusing on getting these larger tasks done, and you'll be buying perks and weapons throughout the entire process. So now it's time to go to the Pack-a-Punch and get a couple of things done. Now, what I would recommend you do is hit the box a couple of times and get some weapons you feel comfortable with, you know you can survive with, because we're gonna have to do this this kind of survival challenge here at the Pack-a-Punch. So what I did was at the end of round 11, I hit the box a couple of times. I got the Haymaker, I got the Gorgon, and if you want, you can go ahead and Pack-a-Punch them. If not, just make sure you know you can survive with those weapons. Now, of course, before we actually go to the Pack-a-Punch, we have to go down to the bunker area where we crafted our shield, and we're going to input all of these parts that we got from the pods and put them into this control panel. So now this is going to be the rounds, I guess, 10 to 20 segments of the video, the last segment, and we're going to start off by going to the Pack-a-Punch for the very first time. Just go to one of the three sections where you took the code cylinders, the tank factory, the supply depot, or the Dragon Control. There will be these platforms that you can go ahead and summon the dragon with the computer right beside the platform, and now we just jump onto the dragon, and the dragon will transport us over to the Pack-a-Punch area. So once you get to the Pack-a-Punch area, go ahead and Pack-a-Punch any weapons if you can, or even if you want to, and we're going to start this challenge because this challenge actually gives us something called a Dragon Strike, which we will get into a little bit later. But what you have to do is go up to the very third floor. You actually, when you land in this building, you will be on the third floor. If you're going up the stairs to the third floor, it's the room on your right. There will be this machine with this, you know, blue crystal and these things, circling around it. Very weird thing. Go ahead, go up to that, press square. If you're playing co-op, everyone has to kind of press square at the same time on that thing, and it will kind of trigger this challenge, okay? And what you have to do is you have to hold off 4 waves of zombies, and also there's quite a bit of those Russian mech guys coming after you as well. Now, you do have 1 max ammo that will be located right by the Pack-a-Punch, literally right in front of the Pack-a-Punch, and it will be pretty high up. One cool thing they did with this, guys, is you can actually run underneath it. You actually literally have to jump in order to collect the max ammo. So if you're running around, don't worry about running into it, because you legitimately have to jump in order to get this max ammo. And the max ammo, guys, it will not disappear. I recommend not picking up the max ammo until after you've completed it, or if you legitimately need ammo. Don't get it right away. A lot of people do that. I did that myself because I thought it would disappear, but it actually does not disappear. So don't pick up that max ammo until you actually need it. And all you have to do, guys, is just survive. Just survive in the building. You know, one set of windows will open, you complete that section, another set will close, or that set will close, you can move to another section, and then for the last section, guys, everything opens up and zombies are just pouring in. So guys, remember, have some weapons you're comfortable with, and have something you know you can kill zombies with, or at least have one pack-a-punch weapon, and you should have no problem doing this. When you complete it, go back to that same machine and pick up your Dragon Strike. Now guys, before you actually leave the pack-a-punch area, make sure you come down here and get the egg, because this will kind of trigger the next thing we have to do in this guide, is we have to complete all of the challenges and trials for this specific egg. It's always right up here. Go ahead and shoot that down, press square on it, we can go ahead and leave and start these trials. So once you've picked up the dragon egg and you head back to the map, whenever you have a chance, when there's not a lot of zombies, go back to spawn and look at your gravestone, okay? Your gravestone will have 4 little symbols. 3 of them will be actual challenges and they'll tell you what to do, and there'll be one regarding the dragon egg, alright? And with this dragon egg, there are 5 challenges to actually have this dragon egg, I guess, completed and get the Gauntlet of Siegfried special equipment with the dragon on your hand and that fist that just, you know, mows through zombies, okay? So you're gonna have 5 challenges, and from my experience, they're always in the same order. Each challenge is in the same order, so we're gonna go over all of those really quickly. The first one is pretty simple. It's bathe the dragon egg in fire. What I recommend you do is go to power, and when you're heading down the stairs, you'll literally see right in front of you. It's actually right in front of those statues. There'll be a little nest, and you can see there's wood in there. It's on concrete, and you'll see a little bit of straw or hay. Place your dragon egg in there and kind of just run around that area until the dragon breathes fire there. Then you have to leave the egg alone for an entire round, and then when the next round changes after it's been left for an entire round, you can go ahead and pick it up, and that's the first challenge complete. Now these next 3 challenges are really, really easy, so I'm going to quickly go over all 3 of these. The next one you'll have is to kill napalm zombies, and all you have to do for this, what I recommend you do is go to spawn and just kind of train around and spawn. It's better to do this earlier also in the game. That's why we're doing it so early in my strategy. So if you're following my strategy, you should be good. But run around and spawn and wait for the dragon to breathe fire, and all you have to do is kill a couple of zombies that are on fire. It's literally not that many. It's so easy to do. The next step is to get penetrating kills. And all this is like, I use my haymaker. You shoot 1 shot and you want to kill multiple zombies pretty much with 1 shot. That is so easy to do. You only need like maybe 2 or 3 kills while doing that, getting penetrating kills. And the last one is melee kills. You can do this either with your shield, or you can wait till an insta-kill and get like 3 knife kills is all you need. And once you do that, we move on to the last step, which is to incubate the dragon egg. The third and final step is to incubate the dragon egg, and there is a incubator in the basement you guys can see by the gameplay. Go ahead and place your egg in there, and then you have to defend it for, I don't know, maybe a couple of like 30 seconds or so. You have to defend it. Really not too hard. And then you have to do the same thing you did with the first step, which was to bathe the egg in fire. You have to leave it there for an entire round, and then you can go ahead and pick it up and take it back to spawn. But before we do that, I quickly do want to mention one little thing is you can actually check your progress for kind of each challenge by pressing the touchpad on your PlayStation controller, and you can see the progress. So say you're doing one of the challenges, say you're getting the napalm kills, you get a certain amount of kills, you can check if the progress has moved up on the egg on the bottom board where all your buildables are. You can see if the progress has been moved up. If it has, that means you've completed the challenge, just so you guys know, so you don't have to constantly be going back to spawn. So once you've done that, guys, head back to spawn. Once you pick your egg up again, head back to spawn, and you can go ahead and pick up your Siegfried, your cool little dragon on your arm. such an epic thing, and it's so beast. So now at this point in the game, guys, we pretty much have everything we really need. You know, we have gotten our weapons, we've gotten our perks, we've gotten the Siegfried, we've gotten the shield, we've gotten the Pack-a-Punch opened up. We've pretty much done all of the major things on this map besides the Easter egg, and we're pretty much good to go at this point. And when it's only, I think at this point in the game, I'm only on around 18. So at this point, guys, what you want to do is just go to the box, and I didn't really mention box and perks and all that stuff too much throughout the video, and I do want to clarify that really quick as I'm going through the last couple of rounds here. Guys, as you're progressing, as you're going through the rounds, hit the box when you feel like you need to. In previous guides, it said, okay, hit the box in this round, and I kind of realized, well, that doesn't really work because, you know, it's different for you guys. The scenarios are different in your game compared to my game. So whenever you feel like you need a weapon, when you feel like you need Jug, go ahead and get Jug, and then do kind of what I'm doing at the same time. Do some of those major things that I'm doing. You know, do the shield, you know, do the dragon egg when you have the opportunity to do it. And the ideal weapon loadout, honestly, Ray Gun Mark III, of course, or even if it is the Ray Gun Mark III, I don't even know. But I'm going to call it the Ray Gun Mark III, and for your secondary weapon, the Haymaker is always a good choice. I had this in this game. The PPSH, of course, Monkey Bombs are also really good to have, but I think the big weapon, or the main weapon you want to have, is the Ray Gun Mark III, because I think that is the wonder weapon at this point. So anyways, guys, that is all for now. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a thumbs up. I put a lot of work into this guide, probably one of my best 120 guides so far, and as you guys can see, the video is only around like 16 minutes long. I think my Zetsubu setting up guide was like 45 minutes long, so this map, it's definitely a lot easier to set up on it. You know, it doesn't take that long. It only takes around 20, 25, 30 minutes, so very similar to Horizon Draka. I love it. The map is amazing so far, and also, guys, make sure to subscribe for a ton of Gorod Krovi content. I'm gonna have a lot more videos coming out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.